That's 100% reasonable. I expect it every time.
To be honest, it happens even when we're not playing sci-fi games.
Yeah, true. Okay, so you guys are about to learn a revelation about the parasite. So the entire time that this encounter has been happening, even before, Zodiac was smoking some of his victory cigars, and not in victory, in defeat, because he was incredibly stressed out with the fact that Echo had just been completely obliterated in
Makes
front
sense.
of his eyes. So even when Zodiac went over to help Piledriver restrain Outlaw, he still had the cigar in his mouth. And the doc, they were able to expose the parasite, and you're looking at it, and again, it looks like this like beige fleshy thing with the talons sticking into the Outlaw's back, and it's biting into the base of his neck and speaking to you guys through Outlaw. Pretty horrific scene, and like even the doc understands like this is dire straits. Like you guys are gonna have to like try to actually eradicate this thing right here and now if it's not gonna let go. And then Zodiac, caught up in the whole thing, almost forgot to breathe even, just because like he was so concerned about his friend Outlaw that
Can't lose another one.
yeah. No, exactly. Like completely distraught. Like this is the worst day ever. If I have to say goodbye to another friend, like we have to just kill this guy to murder this parasite. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. So finally, he realizes the entire time that his lips are starting to turn blue because he'd been holding his breath. He lets out a massive sigh, or at least an exhale, which is just a cloud of smoke. Which, I mean, admittedly, Piledriver was already pretty pissed off about because it's a confined space and you guys are using recycled air, and he's just like, why the fuck is this guy smoking? But as this huge, like, plume of smoke comes out of Zodiac's mouth, it exhales like into this group that like all of them are huddled together and envelops the organism. And even as Outlaw is talking, the organism is talking through Outlaw, the Outlaw begins to cough, like exaggerated, like just almost begins to convulse because like it's coughing so bad. And you can notice like an actual physical reaction on this parasite. The parasite itself is starting to like actually shake, and it actually very rapidly loses its grasp on Outlaw's back, and just
I want to put it back in the containment unit that's right there.
yeah, so it flops off and just falls flat on the ground. It's just still convulsing as it's still enveloped by the smoke. So very rapidly just throw it into the containment unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just lock it and reactivate it.
Get it hot potato it into the containment unit.
Yeah, well, cause I was just about to do medical examinations, so I've already got like gloves and shit on.
Exactly, yeah. So you'd be completely prepared. Even probably have like instruments where you could just like, oh shit, grab it.
Tongs.
Real quick reaction.
Like,
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
probably tongs in the case, because why wouldn't there be?
Yeah, exactly. That would make sense for you to be able to like physically contact the because it's like I said, there's a atmosphere controls for the container itself, so you can assume that maybe if it's like low oxygen or low carbon dioxide or monoxide or whatever, that the organism is just kind of in a sleep or like is in a stasis. So yeah, you get it back in and lock it in the stasis spot, and Outlaw is just out cold on the ground.
Yeah, and we can't kill it because then the military is going to kill us.
Yeah, well, we have to talk about what the
So
options are.
now.
So once that's contained, I want to, like ask Zodiac if I can examine his cigar.
Which is now about yay big.
It's 2 fingers big.
I will, run some tests to determine what the active ingredients are and stuff.
Okay.
And I find.
Okay, so you grab this like almost to the filter cigar from Zodiac, and Zodiac is still kind of just in awe of the whole thing because it happened just so fast. Like it just started coughing, convulsed, dropped, and with the quick thinking of the doc, just like gets it right back in and closes the case essentially, and everybody's just like all worked up. Like, okay, are we done? Is that it? We managed to get this thing. We'll say the Piledriver is like tending to Outlaw because Outlaw's still like out cold on the ground, and then Zodiac is just like standing there looking at Outlaw and looking at the box, and Doc comes over and is like, I need your cigar, and Zodiac just like doesn't even look at the Doc and just kind of hands him the dog the cigar, and the dog runs off to his room, where I'm assuming he would have some different medical equipment and like even some of the stuff you would have bought at the way station. We'll say you have like a very small synthesizer or whatever it would be that would be able to detect.
Well, some sort of scanning device.
Yeah, some sort of
It's
scanning
future,
device.
right?
Exactly. It's like you put it on this little platform, and then this like round like scanner would just go completely over it, and it's like a decent size, like the size of like a microwave, and you get the reading to find the ingredients in what's in the cigar, and one of the notable ingredients is this ivory leaf, and you see that the chemical components of the ivory leaf, and it kind of
Probably similar to like whatever we use in the case to keep it contained.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's more effective. Like it looks like you read like the chemical components and like the biological makeup, and it looks like it looks like the compound that you're using to like put these organisms into stasis, but even more effective. Like it actually kind of we'll say harms them. Like it can combat the like it degrades the biology of the things.
The dangers of smoking.
Yes,
You
exactly.
should
That's
use
actually
that.
that's gonna be the episode title.
Yeah. Yeah, so Zodiac is literally inhaling something that is used
Smoking
to
kill.
almost murder these superorganisms.
Well, hey, they're super adaptable. There's a devil's bargain right there.
Well,
Oh,
see, there's no devil's bargains yet.
Yeah.
But so this is all. Yeah, this is also still build up to a mission.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll have it. First off, we'll look after Outlaw, make sure he's okay.
Fine.
So your trauma's gonna affect you and probably want to go back to the parasite.
Not necessarily. He could be like freaked out that happened. Like,
That was mind control.
Yeah. The trauma is still going to be host, but
yeah.
because you come to and you would have remembered the conversation with Dito Valnerstein.
Yeah.
But you don't remember any of the beginning. You don't remember the question about making the medical examination. You don't remember the brawl, anything like that. You kind of come to later on. You're like, oh, why do I hurt so freaking bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you discuss what you found through your research?
Yeah.
Okay. Being it my vice and how dependent I am on it at the moment, specifically, I will urge the group that, hey, if we focus our resources and attention into finding ivory leaf, we could possibly use this as a bribe to the government as an exchange for your freedom, our freedom, as it would help. It would also make it so that they can properly make it safe for these things.
I have not known Deetha to make deals where she doesn't end with everything she wants.
She doesn't want you, though.
She's not going to go halfway. She cares less about me. But someone who's been a host to these parasites, that she's going to kill.
She doesn't need to know that he was a host.
She's going to want...
But we could just give him cigars. Maybe it'll kill any trace of him being a host.
Yeah, burn the
Oh,
cigar.
I was like, that is not an option. I don't smoke.
Yeah, no.
He only does hard
No,
drugs.
Yeah.
use the cigar and like all those bite holes, like burn the cigar on them.
Yeah, no wonder it said he wasn't like a good host.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's full of drugs.
But the blood is poison.
I'd love to see him try to hook onto
So
me.
this man has 6 months to live. That and it's only that long because I made changes.
He's slightly improved.
I've purified his blood just right now, but that's
It's,
all I can do.
I've improved him as much as I can, and he's still awful.
I was only barely stronger than Pilot.
You were gaining.
This
Barely.
It's almost just like this is
But yes,
super parasite.
yeah. So now you know what it is that can combat these organisms. You have the organism contained, hopefully.
Yeah, because we can contact Saren. You can use your contact with Saren to find out if she knows anything about ivory leaf.
Yeah.
We can go get ivory leaf.
Yeah.
Give me the coordinates. I can throw it in the computer so fast,
And then you
and
can
we can get
increase your
there.
standing with Montauk.
Cool.
They could adopt you.
I want to give Sarah a call
Okay.
and tell her I'm sorry to contact you because I know you've probably already heard about this this bounty on me. Don't want to cause any trouble for you, but I need some information about this ivory leaf
Okay.
and might help me get out of trouble. So can I do
Should definitely be inclined
consort?
to do that for you. Yeah, consort.
And +1 because contact's helping me.
Yes.
I will assist in that.
I guess.
I will just rant about how useful the ivory leaf would be, but in every way
Is in the background, like,
isn't about my cigar.
Even talking over the doc in the communication.
Any sort of downtime that he has, I'll try to
You're like-
reiterate how important these ivory leaves
It's
are.
like those people who are just really into hemp. And they'd be like, hemp can cure cancer.
Yeah.
Medicinal purposes are unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there a devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Do I gain the stress for resisting?
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
assist, you have to take the stress.
I'm gonna stressed.
You are the stressed, which definitely checks out. Devil's bargain for the doc. Devil's bargain for
Wait,
the doc.
have we started a mission?
No, but he's asking
So
for
gather
This is
info.
gathering information to start the mission. I think I have a wheel set for you.
Well, you.
Yeah, we're
Oh, that was
we're
the
dealing
wheel.
with it
That was the
currently.
wheel.
We have
This
other
whole thing has
wheels.
been the wheel.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
It could be something about bounty hunter showing up.
Ooh.
It's true. I was actually just about to think about Chanzak. So, yeah, I can start a clock. That'll be the devil's bargain. I'm going to start a clock, 6 o'clock, that Chanzak and his group of merry bounty hunters shows up.
Okay.
For you.
Merry
For the
bounty hunters.
Oh.
Merry bounty hunters.
And putting how many in it?
2.
Okay.
2 out of 6.
Picturing,
I'll take it.
Picturing the Robin Hood from Shrek.
It's a bunch of Marys. No, it's a bunch of people named Mary.
Oh,
Oh.
Men and women.
different ways of spelling Mary, I assume. Hey.
There is a 6.
The rest are fails, but I,
like
got
to
a
think
6.
That was my assist days.
Maybe.
She's enlightened by the effects.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, tell me more.
I think you're right, Doc. This is a big struggle. Like, this is a big deal for me. You're putting me in some pressure. Holy crap, I really cured cancer. This cancer probably cured at this point. Super cancer.
Super cancer.
Super cancer was formed after we cured cancer.
That was the side effect of the cure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those corporate schemes.
A bunch of Deadpools walking around.
Super cancer. So you're able to contact Saren through like kind of a back channel that you guys have set up, specifically for like the ship, like the share person and her, because she didn't accept she wouldn't be accepting any hails from like a regular channel, like her from to a regular line. So you call through like the back channel, and she reluctantly answers, and like you notice that like she's like, I can't be talking to you right now. Like even though she is like pretty fond of the doc, she is like reluctantly saying that she can't really be talking to you, but would like to help. So what is it you're curious about? What is it you need information on? So you explain the ivory leaf issue, and that not so much. Do you want to tell her that it's like it helps with these parasites or like with the Lazarus project at all?
Because I don't want to tell her something that's going to put her in danger.
Yeah, exactly.
So just tell her that might help me get out of trouble.
Yeah, so you're looking for this ivory leaf that could lead to getting you out of trouble. So she just kind of, again, a little bit hesitant, but gives you a sigh and says, okay, I'll see what I can find, and just 1 second. And so she kind of goes into her system and like searches it really quick, looking at a bunch of screens and stuff there, just gets like enveloped in her search, and then comes back to you and it's like, okay. So it seems like the company that has been manufacturing this ivory leaf went dark just some time ago. And by dark, I mean nobody's heard from them. Nobody even has been able to find the way station where they manufacture this stuff, because it's on a planet, but nobody ever had like the exact address of it, and it was shipped to another like a way station, like an actual shipping station that would have stored and sent all this stuff out to different, like physically. But the station's gone, and nobody knew where the
actual source was.
The actual like source was. But she tells you that from what she's able to gather, for people who were actually trying to figure out where this was, because she was getting some information for some people that were trying to do a heist that she'll share. Like the profile she has for the company says that like they're hosted on the planet of Mem
Okay.
in the Holt system.
Okay.
And that would, if you were looking for any eye relief, that would be where she would tell you to start. And because this is like to help you get out of trouble, she'll say that like this is a free transaction. Like this is just a quick pro quo freebie that she's probably expect something later, but she doesn't want anything from you right now, and then just like kind of hangs up on you.
I've already have the coordinates of that.
She expects
The
you
system
later.
ready to go.
Well, we gotta go through the gate first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have it in my system, of, like plotting a course to Mem.
So how close is Mem to the coordinates that Deetha sent us? It's also in the whole system.
It is also the whole system. It's not that close. There's a couple different planets in the system
Okay.
of note, but the coordinates were sent for the planet Omega, around the planet Omega,
Okay.
which is pretty much on the opposite. At the current like solar configuration, is on the opposite side of the system.
So what can you tell us about Mem and Planet Omega?
Okay, so Mem, you guys will know, is an ocean planet. That was colonized by the hegemony for almost 100 years before aquatic xenos made themselves and their planetary claims known. Hegemonic forces broke the Memish military and incorporated them into the hegemony. Exploration of Mem has proven difficult because of the freestanding gravity wells deep beneath the waves. So it's an ocean planet. So essentially, this like ivory leaf is a seaweed. Yeah.
Interesting.
How good
And
are
what
we?
about Planet Omega?
Planet Omega. So it's a quarantine planet. It is. Doesn't really give much of a description of what the planet is, but I'm gonna say it's kind of a desert planet. Desolate. No known resources. No known like outposts, human life forms, stuff like that.
No reason for anyone to go there.
No, exactly.
Perfect place for a black site.
So, exactly. So, I'll give you guys just information based like what I've got here. So, the quarantine planet Omega, there were three survey crews and one military expedition were lost before the hegemony quarantined this planet. So, like, they did lose a significant amount of life before just saying, okay, fuck it. The planet is overrun by a deadly life form that resists nukes from orbit. The hegemony considers it hostile, but insignificant to its plans, and said the alien creatures nest within artifact-rich precursor ruins.
Rabbits.
100%.
Jeez.
These rabbits.
So,
A different breed of rabbits, not the ones with the hard shell or the green ones with 1,000 feet. These are a different breed.
we don't call them animals anymore. We call them rabbits.
If it tears your face off before you even see it, that's a rabbit.
Rabbits are actually fearsome creatures in the system. In the whole
Obviously.
system. It's well known that like a rabbit is. The reason rabbits' feet are lucky is because you can never catch them. They kill you.
And the reason they're called rabbits is it was discovered that while humans and life on Earth can deal with our rabbits just fine, to anything else they are vicious murdering machines. Like we cannot release our rabbits into other ecosystems or everything's just gone.
Yeah.
Single rabbit.
The only reason that rabbits are normal on Earth is because of the actual system. It's not like the ecosystem.
The Earth itself pacifies them.
Yeah.
We just didn't realize how well we were adapted to them.
Exactly. to them Which us, they're just pets, but everyone else, they are.
Everyone else would
absolute-
rather deal with the other types of rabbits than ours.
Yes.
On Earth, when rabbits eat lettuce, they're picturing like humans and shit. It's just like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's why they eat so viciously.
Yep.
100%. And that's why they just. And the worst thing is they just they repopulate. So like they're
that's
in.
another problem.
Alright, so good news is we're gonna have an easy time getting through that gate because the military wants us to go through it.
That's true.
So yeah, everyone good with heading to Mem to try to find this eye relief?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's find some
No, yeah.
leaves.
I'm good. I'm good with
This
this.
guy's already turning.
I'm gonna get some leaves and rub them all over me. Hopefully, never have an
Yeah.
alien parasite come on
Yeah,
me.
you like as your doctor, you should take up smoking.
It'll change my vice.
I'm gonna slowly get everyone's vice to cigar.
You
No,
can
not cigar. Rubbing the leaves on me will be my vice.
you can start projects to change your vice, but that'll be a downtime thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so yeah, I'd say we maybe start a mission.
Yes, our mission: get to Mem. See if we can find these the source of the ivory plants.
So this, I mean, Mem isn't a secure planet, right?
Secure as in, like the hegemony does have a presence on the planet.
It does have a presence, but it's not like
Yeah.
totally cordoned off. So it's maybe almost a transport plan, like.
Yeah, we're just getting leaves and leaves.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
Like
all
we,
it
we,
is.
we might encounter problems with terms of our plan,
Yeah, our
right?
plan. Like
Because
we're
we don't
like an
know-
assault plan on.
We do not have a person that we know that we are going to try to go to siege or infiltrate, right?
Yeah, we're just.
No, you're going to a planet where you hope you'll find the source of the ivory leaf, and you're hoping that you'll find like the production facility of the company that sells and makes this ivory leaf. But this company has gone completely off the radar. So
So we're gonna
yeah,
go there.
probably contact the hegemony too, because we're good friends.
The hegemony, like that's
That's
the people in charge of the imperial military.
That's-
Yeah.
they're not-
We're friends with the news network, yeah.
Yeah, the hegemonic news network is different.
yeah, the hegemony is literally the people in charge of the universe.
You know, the one thing though, interesting point, is that because the hegemonic news network loves us so much, they might the military might actually be a little less willing to just go against us publicly because of that, because it could cause them problems.
Well, yeah, and they contacted you. She contacted you, like your sister contacted you directly because she didn't want this to get any sort of exposure. So
And actually, as like a precaution, I could have called Weathers. I mean,
I-
it said there's a
yeah.
story there to have some news presence like at this planet, just in case something goes down. There'll be people there to witness it.
you can do a flashback.
Yeah.
Like,
so
just
Well,
like that.
I mean, we haven't started the mission.
Yeah,
we can just
sure,
do that.
Call her.
And then we can just count that in as an assisting die for our engagement role.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that
Cool.
I will do. I'll just say, did you hear about this ivory leaf company disappearing? It's pretty cray. Come check out this planet Mem in the Holt system. It's likely a story here.
Definitely because of the ivory leaf, because ivory leaf is so good for you.
Yeah, I also sell that to her as well.
She eats it right up.
I've already mentioned that she should go to Mom and Pop's.
It's fair.
I don't know if she's actually went though.
That's where you first met.
She has it.
Uh,
I figured that.
She says she does too.
all right. So, kind of the engagement role.
Yeah. No, let's do that. You guys you're just doing a transport mission. That's fine.
All right. So, so basic plan is get to the planet Mem, find this ivory leaf, get a sample, get it off world.
Yeah, a sample.
Well,
I'm gonna
as
have
much
a
as we
crate.
can.
I'm gonna have a crate for this sample.
Or secure supply, something like that. Anyway, starting with just one die for sheer luck. So is this operation particularly bold or daring, or is it already complex and contingent on many factors?
So you guys haven't set it up so it's too complex. There's a couple of moving pieces, like having the hegemonic news network there, and then the fact that you're going through the gate and the imperial military is waiting for you in the whole system. I'm gonna say it's complex. Yeah.
Okay, so the things with like the military and stuff, that's going to come up in other things. This is
True.
more like,
Shit. Okay, yeah.
you know, we have a plan that requires us to have a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
in
okay, so it's
place.
not like super finicky. Then
Yeah.
no. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. All right. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Or conversely, are they strongest against this approach or have particular defenses or special preparations?
I'm gonna say neither right now.
Okay. Friends or contacts provide aid or insight?
100%, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? It's probably, yeah. Whoop. And then, are we doing with higher tier organization or lower tier?
Right now,
Like,
specifically with this
Could
mission,
only be higher. We're 0. So
yeah, I suppose so it would be higher, but
cool. So we are on 0. So
Zero
that
dice.
is 2. Take the worst.
okay.
Who wants to roll it?
It's
This
my go this
next
time.
roll.
All right.
3.
3. So desperate right away.
That's right, immediately.
The mermaid people don't like us.
Maybe. Who knows when we first encounter a problem? Could be
Lost.
before we ever get to the planet.
The lost city of Atlanta.
Yeah. Listen, I know they live underwater, but they smoke a lot.
They drink a lot of Coke. That's what they do.
Okay.
What's our first problem?
Desperate, eh?
It's the first time since the first session that we started at Desperate.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a much bigger.
It's a bit of a bigger scale situation. So you make it. You obviously Zodiac is more than prepared to just like race and go, and he seems to be almost kind of like weirdly compelled to be doing this mission, and especially considering he was just nearly in like a catatonic state earlier in the session, just obviously because of the trauma of watching his friend get shot or obliterated. But now he's like super upbeat, like just can't do anything but think about this mission and getting to Mem and going to find this, or hoping to find the stuff like that he wants there. So just races off. So just gets to the helm of the ship. All right, Weebo, sorry.
We
I need this.
Yeah, Weebo is like, honestly, he's gonna probably ignore your emotional pain because you guys have that banter. So he's just like, "What are you doing?" Like, I don't know exactly. You can say what Weebo says, but kind of you guys have your little back and forth, and you're like, "Okay, we gotta punch it," and you guys take off, racing towards the gate. No, I'm not gonna mess with you guys in the gate. So you guys are gonna race towards the gate to try and get to the hold system. So that's how you get between systems. I don't know if I explained that before because I don't think you
Yeah.
guys have been in the rec system the entire time. So okay, yeah. So you get to these gates, and the gate's gonna warp you to different systems using this like
Mass
travel.
relays.
Exactly, yeah. So you get to the gate, and weirdly enough, you guys have almost no problems getting through. Normally, you guys are usually fine because you're going and doing above board missions, and you have like your permits and everything you need to get through, and you're like semi law enforcement yourselves, so you don't usually have problems getting through gates. But this is like there were absolutely no questions.
probably wasn't like a lineup you like.
No, weirdly enough, you guys got straight through to you were directed to go through like not so much a VIP line, but like you just were directed straight past like anybody else that was waiting there.
So one big difference between this and say the relays from Mass Effect, these are more like the gates from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Is they only lead from one system to another system.
Yeah.
So you
Makes
can't
sense.
use them to they know where you're going when
Yeah.
you go through a gate.
That's what I was thinking about Mass Relay. I forgot Mass Relays were just like pick a spot. Yeah, that would be about one. Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So there's like you can even imagine like there is like it's a decent there's a lot of commercial traffic through these gates to try and like ship stuff to different places, and there's a bunch of transports and that kind of stuff, and you guys are directed ahead of the line, and there's like a significant line of like probably a couple hundred ships, which would be a standard line for the gate. So you get directed ahead and you just wave through, and hardly anybody even talks to you except for just to give you the like codes and the stuff you would need to have to get through the gate. So you show up, you get to the gate, like you make your travel, get to the other side, arrive, and again, like no issues. Like you just get out the gate. There's no like clearances. Like you're fine. You just go through to the point where you, Zodiac as a pilot, would recognize that that's like pretty odd that you're able to get through all this stuff without any difficulties whatsoever.
Not even a TSA screening.
Exactly. Nobody checked your ships. There wasn't even scanning, anything like that. Namely because they would have found incredible biological weapon. But anyway, so you guys you're in the hold system, making your way to the planet of Mem, and the gate, like actually physically, is in a part of the system, like the beginning of the system, where Mem would be like closer to you guys than the planet of Omega. So Omega is on the opposite side of Mem, and the gate's like actually closer to Mem than it is to Omega. So you make your way the opposite direction of Omega to head towards the planet of Mem. And when approaching the planet of Mem, like there's not a lot of there's not a lot of traffic, which kind of makes sense. Like Mem isn't like a huge planet. Not a lot of people are trying to get there because it's not like it's mainly for like the Hedron would have wanted it, but they don't really care about it as much because they just kind of incorporated the Memen, whatever the heck they're called.
Memonites.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Memonese.
Memonese. Memish.
Memish.
The Memish. They just incorporated the Memish and they just said, hey, like just whatever, you're part of the hegemony now, and left them to their devices. So you approach the planet and notice like some like older, more decrepit hegemony ships, kind of orbiting the planet, but you're not like disturbed in any way. Like nothing happens. Like you're not even hailed. Like they weirdly seem kind of ghost-like. So you make your way down to the planet using some of the coordinates that Saren would have given you. That would have put you in like the direction where geographically on the planet it made the most sense to have manufacturing facilities, like places where maybe the water is a bit more shallow because it's like water mainly surrounding the entire planet. But there is some land structures underneath. So you'd be directed to where there would be the equivalent of like a Mount Everest under the water. So there's actually just like a few hundred feet of water. So they could have built structures and stuff like that.
Only a few hundred feet.
Yeah. Large scale anchoring systems for big structures that would probably honestly float on the waves because there's massive, like colossal waves. Picture Destiny Titan, yeah, with like the massive like energy waves or whatever.
I'm picturing Subnautica right now.
Or, yeah, sure. So
God, no.
Yeah, I know.
you guys approach this
Undersea
like
rabbits.
Oh yeah, well, we'll talk about those later. But so you approach these facilities that are kind of floating in the waves, but stay like, upright. They're massive enough that they are not hugely affected by the waves. But as you approach, you notice like an all-out fight on like these. Like there's ship being launched at the facilities that you managed to find, and like explosions and like pulsar fire and stuff like that as you approach. And like your scanners will see this far enough back that you're not like hovering over it, but you're like in the atmosphere now. We're like orbiting the planet, coming up on where this the structure is supposed to be, and so there starts to be like flat fire around you, but you're not like over it yet. That's where you guys are.
Okay.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I'm looking around for like I'm shouting at you guys. Like, where does anyone see any place that like we can land effectively?
Good. I'm going to use their ship scanners to try to locate a place that we could land in reasonable safety.
Okay. Would that just be?
They use the comms on the
You
ship.
actually use the comms on the ship.
So
2?
it's 2 dice.
Okay.
It's desperate. What's the effect on that?
Limited effect.
Okay.
But there is effect,
What's the Devil's Bargain?
Devil's Bargain is... Devil's Bargain is going to be that... Oh, yeah. Okay. There's going to be a... What was that? No, I'm not making the rap. This just yet. But the Devil's Bargain is that there is going to be a Sahir fleet in the system.
Okay. I will take that. So we also have to pick our load.
Right.
Yeah.
I think heavy.
Yeah. We weren't trying to hide.
It wasn't a
so
social
obviously, yeah.
Yeah, because
We're already being shot at.
Well, we had to choose before we came here, but
we
the fact that we
Yeah.
weren't trying to be sneaky or anything, there'd be
Yeah.
no point not to.
plus, I mean, we're worried.
And we're
right?
going into the people that want to capture us.
All right, cool. So I'm going to take that. And I'm going to use it for increased effect.
I'm gonna yell at one of you two to run to like a certain panel to try to increase the like scanning capacity
All power to the
as
scanners.
a way
Yeah.
to assist
Okay.
Doug in such a way.
Okay.
It's real powerful.
Somebody spending the stress to assist me.
I was hoping they would, because wait, do you guys have stress too?
I have like 4 stress on right now.
And you have?
4
Oh, well, then I'll do it. I'll just get, because I'm piloting, I'm gonna get Weibo to run
Order
over
you.
and grab that.
Cool. All right. And you know what? I think I'm going to spend one of our gambits
Yeah.
to get us to 4
It's
dice.
pretty important.
Yeah, you got one or shot.
And using the Devil's Bargain for standard defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
Ooh,
crit.
six.
As a crit.
That's great.
Okay.
We're back in business, boys.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Don't forget your experience.
Because I use the ship. There's no experience.
Never mind. Forget your experience.
That's experience for you.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are pretty familiar with like running into pretty hostile situations. Normally, again, you guys do above board missions, but you do have a ship that's capable of combat, and sometimes you do end up running into combat. So you, like I said, your ship is approaching what appears to be like from visual detectors and like scanners, like an actual like not a war, but like a pretty giant scale battle, like pretty big scale battle happening on these structures, and like the flak starts like just to explode around you, and Zodiac immediately starts to kind of go into evasive actions as Doc runs over to like a part of the con where he's able to scan and try and map, like to give Zodiac a HUD to like follow to map like a trail down to the planet, and like to maybe one of the you're able to find a like a platform that would be connected to like this like chain of platforms where that's further away from the fighting, that you're able to kind of like go around, circle around the back end of it, and kind of approach from the rear, where like a lot of the fighting is happening on this front that's coming from like vessels on the water to the facility. So you're able to kind of go around the other side where there's not like a whole lot of fighting, because the flak's coming at you from like the front line, where like from the facility itself. So you make your way around where you're on the back end of another adjacent facility that doesn't seem to be having any defenses going on. So you're able to successfully scoot around and land.
Cool.
Do we see what who the combatants are as we're flying around? Was it just like people on?
Well, as a part of the crit, because you're using scanners and stuff. Yeah, sure. So you're able to see that it's it's a Memish, like the vessels are Memish. So they're like subs that have just kind of surfaced, and they're what you would imagine aquatic, like humanoid life forms would look like. And they're just fighting. And like it looks like the fighting's been happening for a little while, but they're fighting these like big giant facilities where there's other like human like combatants that are firing back at them and like manning defenses and stuff like that. So you're on the back end of the human side of the front.
What humans though?
Interesting, like humans.
There's no. We didn't find any sort of uniform or
We did get a crit.
Okay.
marked ships or anything.
We'll say that it is the Memish versus.
I'm sending out a picture of what the Memish look like.
Fair.
What is it?
So it is a rabbit with a fishtail, and the rabbit has a bow around his neck. Was that just the first image that came up when you?
Yeah, rabbit mermaid is what I.
Okay, so those are the Memish. And
enacted my will upon the universe.
it's going to be.
I mean, if there's a Sahir fleet nearby.
Could be the same. Or it could be the.
Like, there's an astonishing number of pictures of rabbit mermaids. like multiple.
Are any of them terrifying?
Militaristic brigade.
One of them is anime.
A cursed format.
It is going to be. Lost Legionnaires.
Interesting.
They're on fire.
Pardon?
Are they on fire?
They are not on fire. Oh, would they be on fire?
Zokar Pava was part of Lost Legion.
Oh no.
Alright, well, we gotta find out where we need to go for this leaf, so
In the water.
We should help the Memish.
help Mimish in this fight.
Yes.
How and why?
The Memish would know about the leaf, and if we were to become allies with them, they would be more likely to provide us with a more stable supply of it.
They're also fighting criminals, so it's not
Yes,
like
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is their world too.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're bounty
that's
hunters.
the-
That's also why.
yeah, we're enforcing law. Gotcha. Law and order.
Yeah.
There we go.
This is not for selfish reasons.
I don't plan on creating a new enterprise now that there's no company.
Oh, you can start your own company.
Shh.
Do we want to do maybe group scrap?
You guys can do that.
We
if
have
you
a
want,
ship
yeah.
with guns.
Well, I'd have to use the
Eh.
ship system to do that.
Yeah, I mean that'd do a lot of damage to the station and stuff, right? Like,
Oh yeah, that's
I'd rather go into a scrap and
We've-
lead
and we've
a
all-
combat action so that I can use my commander ability and
Yeah.
kick some arse.
So yeah, I guess that's just land.
Cool.
So
Well, you guys have put down on the back end of the Lost Legionnaires front line, so like you could definitely come up behind.
so let's
Swap
maybe
time.
do
I-
group scrap to like retake the facility.
yeah, I will leave Weibo in there, but I will equip a heavy blaster because I think it makes more sense in a big fight.
What am I doing mine? So there.
What's the range of flamethrower? Oh wait, no, we're going into water. Let's go from us. Yeah, blast.
Well, like the facilities are above the water.
Yeah.
Well, we might
floating.
have to go underwater.
I mean, sure, but I'm more worried about drowning at that point. But
We have spacesuits.
this
Space.
well, as it's a quote from Futurama. It's like, the deeper you go in water, the more atmospheres of pressure you're exposed to, and it's a spacesuit, so it's designed for zero
Yeah.
atmospheres of pressure.
That's a good point.
Well, between 0 and 1, I guess.
Yeah.
So what would be the range of a flamethrower?
You really want to use the flamethrower, right?
I do.
Well, it's like a standard range of flamethrower. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's
wouldn't be
right.
the best thing to be using in close quarters combat, I wouldn't think. But
Actually, it's the best thing to use in close quarters combat.
Yeah.
well, if you want to light everybody, including yourselves, on fire,
Yeah.
use it if you want.
Sure.
I'm gonna do stuff with the flamethrower.
It's potential consequences.
But standard, like it would throw like a decent. Like,
It's a
distance.
fine flamethrower too.
Yeah.
I think the doctor is going to use a blaster pistol, and he's still going to use the stun setting.
Oh, yeah, I
Okay.
probably
Yes.
should use a
Man, use what you want to use. If you want to use a flamethrower, you can use a flamethrower. That's fine.
You know, I'll use Sunder. It's my fine fiber blade.
You're gonna run at people.
Yes.
So we got a heavy blaster, liquefying, folks. The weapon that killed Echo Vector. That's it.
Not the weapon.
No.
But similar.
The similar one.
Yeah, but yours is a different one because it's fine.
No, that was just regular heavy blaster.
Yeah. So
I
pistol
fire it while
on
crying profusely.
on
Pistol, he's using his two
fine
pistols.
pistols, yeah, and then a heavy blaster, and then we got a Hulk or Russian man swinging a sword.
Does Outlaw turn on the stun settings on his pistols, or does he just murder folks?
Is there
I'm
a
just gonna
stun
kill
setting
them.
on a sword?
No. Nope.
What?
You can't stun dismember somebody.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go full kill.
Same.
Okay.
Well, it's the people you shoot will be fine.
Yeah. And knock somebody out. Run down the hall. Then Outlaw comes.
Two in the head.
Yeah. So that's the group action, right?
Yep.
Big old scrap.
Devil's bargain.
You're gonna lead it.
Yeah. And what's the effect? Of course.
Yeah. So, Devil's Bargain, the effect is going to be desperate, obviously. You guys are running into a huge battle, and you guys were already in desperate anyway. It's going to be standard, though, because two fine pistols, fine flamethrower,
The sword.
the swords, okay. Yeah, I'll give you standard effect, desperate, for this scrap.
Doki, Devil's bargain. No.
Devil's Bargain.
And this is a group thing.
This is a group thing?
Yeah.
It's Nick's leading it, so it's his devil's bargain.
But it's everyone will be affected.
We
by it.
we all get consequences,
Yeah.
but it's his devil's bargain.
The fish people shoot our rabbits. Our rabbit folk.
No.
All of the Lost Legionnaires are robots.
Everyone's a robot.
Everyone is robot. Everyone on the crew. No. I kind of want it to be.
Reality is a simulation, therefore we're all robots.
Yeah. Well, exactly. We're robots playing a game talking to robots.
Maybe here's where you want to take a second and read what I sent you.
Okay. So I'm not gonna do. I'll do that later.
No, you can't.
This I want it to have to do with Echo. I want to take it, and it's gonna seem like it's just gonna be something that you would obviously really want to take, but there could definitely be consequences. I'm gonna take a devil's bargain that Echo Victor 297, the real AI, well, it's like kind of AI, is going to kind of make its way out of just your communicator, like your two, and like we'll be able to communicate with the entirety of the crew. So we'll be able to communicate with Doc as well as Zodiac, as it would have with you guys. Because he hasn't talked to you guys yet, but he's in your system.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not turned off. He's in your system.
Oh yeah, because
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be fun for you, so I'll take it.
That's gonna be fun for me. There's gonna be other consequences,
So I'll
but
take
so he's gonna be able to get into your guys' collective system.
Should use it for increased effect.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna push myself to add a dice. And should I take Gambit?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a pretty important one.
yeah.
I don't think you need a gambit. We're all assisting you.
I do
Yes
also
and
roll
no.
4 dice.
Remember, if we get double sixes anywhere, it's a crit. It's just more chances of critting. But where else are we gonna need a Gambit?
Everything.
Seeing the fish
Yeah, I
people
suppose.
give us
At this
the-
point, this is.
I want to leave the gambit. Our chances of passing at least are really high.
Yeah,
So you're rolling how many?
4 dice.
You're rolling 3?
I'm rolling 2.
I'm rolling 2. Rolling 1.
But again, that's so
Yeah.
4, 3, 3. Sorry, 4.
Yeah, we'll save the Gambit. This is a skill that enough of us are decent at for group actions.
What is your command
And
skill?
commander, anyone, all 6s between us count towards
Oh
a
yeah.
crit.
So yeah.
So I will take it towards effect and I'll stress myself out to add a dice.
No 6. 2 5s.
A 6.
No
Yeah.
4.
So none of us fail, and so we get a success with no consequence, but no crit
Okay.
on great effect.
Great effect. So I'm gonna start a clock. You'll get 3. Yeah, 3 out of a 6 to retake the factory.
I'm going to see to our combatants that have fallen and immediately try to stabilize any of them that are injured.
Oh yeah, we all get an experience.
Yeah, everyone take your experience for doing that. Okay. So doctor, you're just gonna, before Outlaw comes around, like after you tase them, just see to them, or like if somebody gets slashed by.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like the preserving life, no matter what.
Yeah. Okay. So limited, desperate.
Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain. Devil's bargain that I already gave you the one where you are actually a robot.
Yes.
Okay. No. Devil's bargain is going to be that you're constructed. You're originally constructed for a different purpose, not to be a doctor.
Tackle robot?
He is a pleasure.
Yeah.
Is that
You
Devil's
were
bargain?
like really zoned out at
Yeah.
the beginning. So there was
Yeah.
a devil's bargain in the beginning of the session that, like in the downtime, that the doc is actually a robot.
Okay then.
So, a couple things that you missed from the message I sent you. First, I wanted you to make that devil's bargain for Nick, not for me. Second, that I don't know that I'm Android, which you didn't mention at all.
Devil's bargain, you don't know you're an android.
I'll take
Not that
it.
you're constructed for a different purpose.
I'll
you
take
don't
that
know
one.
you're an android. I fucked that one up. But hey,
Do we? Or is he like a realistic?
no, he seems real to you.
Okay.
But that's just gonna come up later. I will use it for Nick.
I'll take that for improved effect.
Okay.
At the end,
I'm
we're all
sorry.
gonna do
But hey,
okay.
it's still gonna be narratively fun.
Alright, so I am on standard effect, desperate, with 3 dice. Anyone want to assist me?
So what are you doing?
people.
Stabilizing the people we just fought.
No.
That's
Alright,
okay.
do you want
Don't
to
have
assist them by setting your guns to stun?
No.
Damn it.
Alright then. Boom! That's
A
6.
There you go.
Give me one of these ones.
That's fine. I want this part to run a little more smoothly. I kind of fucked up at the beginning of the session anyway. Okay, so through all of like the so the 6 success, was it standard or great?
It was standard.
Standard success,
Okay.
no consequences. So you guys are kind of you land, and as like kind of you guys had succeeded in
I guess, sorry,
storming the back end of it.
I'd use my fine medical kit, so it would be great.
Cool.
Yeah.
So even better. So you guys would have landed, kind of unseen because of the crit. So you come up behind the Lost Legionnaire line, and you work your way through the structure. Like the structure you guys land on, obviously doesn't have like a whole ton of people in it. So you kind of like just like zap them or like take them out as you make your way, which you will be the entire time like checking on people if they're still alive or if they got slashed. You kind of make an immediate, like you spray some like medical, like the gel or whatever that would seal the wounds, and so maybe they're not going to bleed to death. And as you guys work your way into the bigger superstructure, that where a lot of the battle is happening on the front end of it, like facing the water, you guys are in like get through into the middle where you're taking out a lot of the Lost Legionnaires who are just like kind of puttering around, or not puttering around, but they're working in like some of these guys that you come up on the back end, they're working through actually like packaging and like manning a lot of the production facility, and they're just trying to work like all this stuff to get together because they've been at this for a decent amount of time, like a few weeks we'll say. So they've been preparing to take off with a bunch of stuff that you don't really know exactly what it is, but it's a bunch of crates, and like they're managing the production facility, so you're assuming it's probably whatever it is you guys came here to find. So you just kind of sweep through, and these were a bunch of unassuming people. Like there's a lot of guards and stuff still, because there still is a battle happening, but you're coming in from the back end, so there's not a whole lot of defenses set up. So like 1 or 2 guards that would be guarding them from the back end. So you just like run in, do heavy blastering the shit out of stuff, cutting people in half. The doc obviously just tasing people, so they're like drop dead, or not drop dead, but like drop to the ground, which kind of gives you an idea that Bilzor is pretty friggin' tough if he was taking all these like crazy stun blasts, and like these legit like normal people are just kind of going down. After
Normal
one
soldiers.
normal soldiers are going down after 1 pistol stun blast. But so you're able to check on all the people that you shot, mainly, like you focused on checking on the stunned people, and then you tend to anybody else that's like screaming, bleeding out, or anybody that's actually not, their head has been blown off. So you succeed in saving life.
Do I get my moral compass thing?
Yes.
I will.
Yeah, because there's literally like phase blasts like flying by your head as you're doing it.
When I see that they're like packing up all this stuff, like as I assume we clear some of it out, like away from some of the crates at least.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start like sprinting towards the nearest crate I can, like vaulting over stuff, friggin' like barrel rolling or like somersaulting just to try to avoid the fire, just so I can get to a crate and check what's inside of it as fast as possible.
Sure. Like they're really giant. Like they're not like pick up 1 human crates like a person can pick them up. They're like really big.
Like large
We
boxes.
need a pallet jack.
Exactly. Well, no, but that's pretty much what it is. Like there's like large like commercial pallet pallet jacks or like hover things that would be carrying the. But
All right,
yeah.
so just in our other campaign, we were playing simultaneously with this in Faith. We early on stole a pallet jack, and it followed us throughout the entire campaign. We carried it through the galaxy before its unfortunate demise in the last episode.
No way.
He
At
almost
the end, I
died
kind of
trying
just
to
wrote
save
it everywhere.
So
Yeah.
there are pallet jacks that are like rideable and would be used to move these large like 10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot crates.
I don't intend to move it now. I just want to see what's inside of it.
No, exactly.
Sprinting to it and looking at it.
So we'll say that you managed to like sprint,
Roll.
Scramble or
Probably
yeah,
scramble,
scramble
yeah.
one. Okay, sorry, I got
Scramble,
distracted.
I assume.
Yeah, scramble.
So I will ask for what the
Effect and
effect will be.
Yes. So you're going to be running through a battle. Are you using anything? Your only thing is your finder bot there.
I have Ace Pilot. I have potency to all speed-related rolls.
Okay, so you're going to have a better effect then.
just hauling ass.
Because definitely the way you described it is like hugely speed related. So I'm going to give you standard with your potency. Standard desperate.
Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain. Devil's bargain. Yeah. So devil's bargain is that. Zodiac. No. I'm gonna set a clock that Zodiac knows. Like Zodiac figures out that Doc is actually a robot.
And that's how much? What's the clock?
Is there gonna be 4? I'll fill out 2.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna assist you,
Cool.
providing cover fire.
Nice. So I'm gonna use the roll 2 here. Go for. I mean, I don't really need a great effect to look inside a box, do I?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
So I'd add that extra dice. with
Well,
my
it's like you could
Devil's
open
Bargain.
up the wrong box and then where you go.
I mean, it's a standard effect already, so I feel like
That's
that's
true.
probably good enough. Great effect. You find Echo Victor
High-
298.
You find high quality.
He's a dick.
Yeah. All right, so that's 3 dice at standard effect.
You find fine cigars.
It's a 4.
Yeah, 4. So
Standard
success with a standard effect, desperate consequence.
Desperate consequence. So standard effects, you are able to like parkour your way through a lot of like the production facility and like the packaging area, because that's basically what you guys have got like run into. It's not like so much the actual production line and where everything's being processed. It's more just like the actual packaging, final product being put into containers so it can be shipped away. So there's a lot of like different size containers and stuff like that. So you're able to leap over stuff, climb up stuff, and like jump from container to container because it's like I said, some of them are like 10 feet tall. So you manage to get up to the top of a container where like a hatch, like a man hatch, will be unlocked. So you swing open the man hatch, and are able to look down into the container, and you will find what looks to be like these processed, dried out leaves, which has a familiar smell.
Desperate consequence.
Desperate consequence. You get momentarily distracted when you reach the top of this container, and you swing open the door, and you pause obviously to smell the roses, and you get hit with blaster fire from one of the Lost Legionnaires, and you'll tumble down, like you just get smoked in the shoulder by this phaser, like this.
I will resist this.
Blaster, yeah. But so you kind of reel back, spinning, and fall to the ground, taking 3 damage.
Level 3 arm.
Level 3 harm.
Yeah, I will
from
resist
this
that
blaster.
shit, and I will use armor.
Okay.
Mark up the equipment for armor.
And I roll 1 for each I have in there.
For each you have in prowess, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're full up.
Four.
Take 2 stress.
2 stress, and it'll be reduced to level 1.
So it's level 1 harm. So instead of taking a full blast to the shoulder, reeling and just like falling down, we'll say that it grazed your shoulder. Like it just kind of whizzes by you, lucky enough, and you just kind of like immediately drop back behind the hatch and take cover and look at your arm and see that there's just some like singeing that went across.
Okay.
Singed shoulder, you can call it. Sure.
Gotta love that alliteration.
Yeah, that was really harsh. Sure.
I want to go up to Zodiac, and I kind of want to like sneak him off somewheres out of sight with him, so he doesn't get shot more.
What are you?
The goal? Like,
Yeah, what are you looking to accomplish?
Do you want to fill in the clock for retake compound, or are you trying to?
Because you can narratively do that as part of something else that you're doing.
Yeah, sure, I can.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
What action are you actually
I do
taking?
want to fill that. I have to retake the compound.
Like a jump up the box, go full.
You could be
John
doing
Wick.
So
some-
take out dudes as you're running over
Yeah,
and
I
pulling
like,
to
I
the
like,
side.
I'm like drag him off. I kind of like, I'm still shooting as I do that.
While I'm screaming, it's her! I found her!
Do what John Wick. Jump over the crates. Fly. Fucking shoot you guys.
But that doesn't help him. I kind of want to help our cat.
Right, so hold on. Put the dice down.
Yeah.
There's more to determine. So first off, what's his effect?
Yeah, so it's going to be using pine pistols.
Yep.
Standard effect, desperate.
And Devil's
You
Bargain?
wanna, you wanna,
Yeah, that was
you wanna
great.
make it a group action?
Yeah, we could if you want.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I would shoot while I
Yeah,
was
sure.
being
So
dragged
yeah, I'll
away.
make it a group
A group
action.
scrap.
Yeah,
Um,
scrap action.
If you participate, it's going to be less effective.
Oh, that is true, huh?
Yeah, so don't.
Maybe,
So
because
don't-
we both got an action, maybe the two of them
Yeah,
can do it
yeah,
together.
Yeah, not everything.
Or,
like, you don't have to.
yeah, or just an
experience
assist
for
or
that
however you
round.
want to do it.
What are the boxes made of?
They're like a metal, like a steel containers.
Flip a box.
No. And are all the enemies in front of us?
So yeah, so
Code.
again, to kind of like paint the picture, you came in through sort of essentially the back door of this facility where you're working your way through the production chain, where you're right now at like essentially where the shipping department would be. So you showed up, you landed your ship on this other platform. You worked your way through that facility that was like very empty and nobody's really there because everybody's in this main one where the battle's happening. And you worked your way across another, we'll say, landing platform because there would be facilities to land large cargo ships to pick up this stuff and take it away. So you make your way through that into the bay doors, which is where you've then found a lot of these people loading stuff up. So you're working your way towards like through these like a bigger bay area up towards like the stairs where there'd be like a second level where there'd be smaller like offices and close quarter stuff But yeah, so that's where you guys are right now, fighting your way through this like shipping area.
Go on a flamethrower.
Okay,
Shoot it.
you're shooting what?
Like in an arc up. Or,
To like clear a platform of people that would be above you shooting at you, or
yeah.
yeah,
Like this, they are
Just the most horrific way possible.
Yeah.
yeah. So there's like
No
a
cover.
so we'll say there's like a gangway.
Cover doesn't help against flamethrowers. That's what they're designed for.
I suppose that's true, but now there's like
They do it
literally
for a game.
nothing.
So
Yeah.
we'll say there's like a gangway above, like that would have gone over the shipping area, and it even could be open to like the production area as well. So there's a gangway where like there'd be a shit ton of people firing down on you guys, but you could like
It's just one sweep.
just sweep it with a flamethrower. At the same time, you're like running over, so he's providing cover for you
Yeah.
to run over, and you're still shooting at the same time to pick up Zodiac and pull him back down from the top of the crate. Yeah, you guys can do that.
So what's their effect then?
So it was at
Standard.
standard because you're using your fine and you're using your fine flamethrower. I'm gonna give you a standard then for effects for desperate. And are you joining it as a group action? Are you
Yeah.
leading it?
Yeah, I'm leading.
Okay, so yeah, so standard desperate.
And Devil's Bark.
Devil's bargain. Outlaws. So as a devil's bargain, outlaws like physiology has been affected by being a host.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Should put it to effect.
Yeah, I'll
That
put it
will,
into
like,
effect
finish
so that I
the
can just
wheel.
finish this off.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
If I pass.
As long as
Should
you
I
don't
push
roll all
sales?
fails.
What?
How many dice do you have?
I have 2 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 3 dice, so we're good. 3 and a 2.
So 5.
So
And-
5.
Oh, and you failed, so you'll take 1 stress.
Take a
Yeah.
stress for that.
But it's a success with consequence.
Grow a tail.
It's a great effect.
Great effect, yep. So success with great effect for retaking the compound. You finish that clock. So we'll say that in this like in this battle that you described, like going to rescue Zodiac and like moving forward with like the flamethrower to take out the gangway and just kind of working your way through the facility, we'll say. You were able to knock out a huge portion of the Lost Legionnaire task force that's holding the area to the point where you're terrorizing them.
So I want to add something in.
Sure.
That because this is absolutely horrific. Like, because
Yep.
people being burned to death by flamethrowers, I think the doc is probably freaking out. He's probably trying to like doctor people that are
Immediately. And-
dead.
Yeah.
Like, but he's just like horrified, freaking out. He's like trying to put out flames and.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was actually going to say that because I'm kind of describing the fact that you're taking over the rest of the facility because you finished your clock. I was going to say that the doc probably had stopped firing once the outlaw and pile driver just kind of went on like a rampage and started just essentially put away his pistol and started attending solely to the needs of like people who were injured. So yeah, like there'd be like half of people falling off this gang where they're completely mangled and burnt to shit, and you're trying.
I'm horrified.
Past it. Yeah, no, it's bad. Flamethrowers, man. What the fuck? So you.
I have one.
You, so you guys are able to again make your way
Also
through.
have stun guns.
Everyone has stun guns. Everyone has stun guns, but you're using the flamethrowers, which don't have a stun. I think.
No, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Weird.
So with this like actual horrific scene, that you guys are actually, and you're moving forward and being like, you're making a very aggressive attack, which makes sense because you're trying to take this facility over. Just the 4 of you are pushing through and killing an incredible amount of people, so much so that you've actually like essentially fear checked the rest of the people that were holding the front line. So there were people running back out towards the front line and they're getting shot by the Memish, and like there's just like a just complete like disconnect happening and like dissonance is starting to happen through the ranks of the Lost Legionnaires, and they're just like starting to run for their lives to the point where we'll say that like the remainder have abandoned their posts and run to get onto one of their ships that they can get to, and are essentially trying to just flee because you guys are literally terrorizing the back end, and they're already pretty demoralized because the Mimish have been just non-stop assaulting them in the front.
I killed a dozen to save more.
More than a dozen. You killed so many people.
And we got some leaves.
There was probably like 100 people in this facility, and you just like took out more than half of them.
All of this
Well,
for some
I mean,
leaves.
I'm seeing some of them that burns all of your nerves pretty much instantly.
But okay, so you guys, that was a success. So that's what you guys did. You finished the clock. You guys managed to throw this like massive, like scary ass assault with a flamethrower and a bunch of like precision shots, just taking people out. As a desperate consequence, I'm gonna say to you,
We get some war crimes. We are branded for war
Yeah,
crimes.
because you called the reporter over here.
oh yeah, shit.
Luckily,
they're
they're
not-
criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not here. Like the reporter's not really here right now.
Criminal gang.
And I could just get her to swing it to like, hey, they saved the Memish. Look at them go. From a
Everywhere.
Lost Legionnaire invasion.
Probably
No, but okay, so that actually seems like it would be decent for consequences.
Yeah,
Is-
'cause we do have a desperate consequence.
Yeah, so desperate consequence.
It's for those two.
Oh yeah, shit. Oh, it's just for those two guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, someone records a video of us.
That would affect everyone.
Yeah, that would affect everybody because you guys are crew. I was actually gonna say that. I was gonna say that like
Yeah.
there is reporting of you guys doing that. But I'm gonna say that you.
One of the things you can do with consequences is take care of equipment. It's like destroy equipment that they use.
Yeah.
So you could get rid of his flamethrower.
Really? Okay.
Which, you can make the consequence.
Yeah.
Which you'd have to do something with Tristan too, but you can resist it. It's just
Yeah, you'd have to resist it. Okay. So you use your fine pistols and you use your flamethrower. So I'll say, yeah. So as a part of the onslaught, where you guys were being so aggressive in using your deadly equipment, that one of your fine pistols jams and breaks down, and your fine flamethrower officially like jams and breaks down as well. I guess that doesn't work. It stops working. It burns out.
It implodes.
Yes.
so you can resist that if you want, and
Can't.
to make you can't.
What's
I
your
can't.
stress at?
My stress is 4 away, but I also have 4 dice.
So
rolling for
you're
this.
likely to be
Yeah,
fine.
it should be fine.
Yeah.
Likely. Just don't
Should-
roll a
should be
ton of
fine.
1s and 2s.
Yeah, because
You wanna? Yeah.
I had 4.
I'm also going to.
I had 4 when I resisted mine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
you just need to not roll a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Like is your best.
Yeah.
result.
Actually,
One of your pistols.
there's only one. Just a little
Yeah,
one fine
you
side.
don't need
Yeah, no, I'll just use a fine side of a normal pistol. I don't know.
Take 2.
Good choice.
Okay, so mark it down that one was gone.
Just got shot up or something.
Yeah. Just get shot out of your.
You can use downtime actions to get it back there.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
Acquire reserves.
Cool. So you guys have wiped like all the way through, taking out everybody. The rest of them are fleeing. I'm assuming you're not going to try and destroy their fleeing ship. I feel like Doc would definitely be saying no.
No, when they flee, I stop.
Doc's pretty much screaming right now.
I've achieved what I've come here for.
Are
Yeah.
you checking every other box to see if they're all ivory?
I will, but so I want to immediately announce our presence. The Memish, hands up.
Okay.
Disarmed.
Yeah. Move a foot forward.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I'll holster
we are
my
here
one gun.
to help.
Yeah, and actually, I think we should just be totally honest. Be here,
Yeah.
we came here looking for some of this leaf, and we assumed that the Fierce Legion was somehow co-opting your business, so we figured we would help. Maybe we can do this as a group consort.
Yeah. The Memish, are they the ones that were running the thing, or they just lived on the planet where this was a thing, and at a second or third party showed up and had to deal with them by their ivory leaf and then distribute it.
So I'll say that this facility was a production facility, obviously, for the ivory leaf, which is, as you've devised, a form of seaweed
Yep.
that gets processed and then turned into a dried leaf, which is
Yep.
really excellent in cigars. The facility itself, production facility is run by the Memish. but the Memish are contracted to farm and produce this stuff, and then ship it to another company who then actually like buys it from them
Who is now
and,
gone.
and resells it, and that company's gone.
Most likely destroyed by the Lost Legionnaires.
We don't know.
I don't care.
Maybe they'll tell us when
Yeah.
we do this roll.
I don't
Who
really
knows?
need to know. I just come up with a better deal.
But yeah, so you just want to like they would have ceasefire because like they would have seen everybody running away, and they'd be kind of sort of storming the facility to get it back, like just to check and see if anybody's still there. So you
Yeah.
are going to run into them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and we're talking to them.
I put
Exactly.
my weapons away the minute that the Lost Legionnaires were out of the.
Start fleeing.
Yeah, start running away.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do a group consort. Is that?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. I don't want to host it.
I'll lead it.
Yeah,
I have a 0
don't
on
know
consort,
if I
so
should
I
roll
don't
any
think I
dice.
should go.
You
I'm
can
bad at
still roll,
talking.
but
I'm only good at lying.
It's okay. You don't.
I will help. I have to.
you don't have to. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll do it.
if anybody has, consort.
Describe how it is you're helping.
So what are you saying? You're just saying what the case is?
Yeah, like I'm coming clean with why we're here, and that we decided to help them eliminate the Lost Legion. We know they're criminals. We don't know all the details, but we assume they did something horrible.
I'm personally
Sure,
aware
sure.
of a few like family-owned businesses that are really struggling, and like without the production of your fine product, and took it upon myself to come investigate, make sure everything was fine, so that that's when we came across Legionnaires.
when in reality the mom and pop shop's actually completely fine. They just don't have this together. You like
Yes.
they're actually flourishing right now. It's
But,
just that you see
yeah.
them as like struggling because
Yes.
they don't have your cigar.
Yes.
You're like the only customer.
Yeah, you think you're the only customer? Okay.
What's your consort? 0.
I probably should know because I just burned all these people.
I mean, you didn't do anything to the Memish.
I guess.
Can you use something that's not consort if you describe it in the group action? Or does everyone have to be
Be a
consort?
group. I think it has to be a group consort, right? Because some
We've
some
done it
are
before
lying.
that.
Yeah, you could.
We run.
It's
group
just
roles
gonna have
before.
to also like. It's gonna the
change
goal
it.
is gonna have to be the same. What is it you want
It's
to
gonna be hard
do?
to sway at the same time. They're
I kind of want to lie that like I love I'm like a big supporter of the Memish cause. I know a lot about your history.
Oh boy.
I
Just
wanted to
kinda-
help you guys out.
That also opens it up to
embellish.
consequences that could be like them all of a sudden not believing you and thinking that we're there, like not fans of them.
We're pretty good at sway.
I suppose, and it's likely that we'll succeed. So
Yeah, you
we're
know what?
nice.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like,
The only
I know
thing
of the
I got is
I know of the Memish.
Yeah,
plight.
don't do that.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
Just blow
Sway is
smoke up
okay. I
there.
wouldn't add a
Yeah,
command.
So unless I
basics.
go put down your guts,
Yeah.
that would be useless.
No, because that wouldn't be accomplishing the same goal.
Yeah.
That would you'd be like, hey, so we're just trying to do something, and you're there like wild and crazy still from
Yeah.
you're holding a broken flamethrower in your hands, like I'll kill you. That's probably not
It's
gonna
not
fly.
Yeah, we're like, man.
Oh, sorry, it
love
is
your
not
cause, I
broken.
love you. They're just probably like, true.
I put it away. I hide it.
All right. So let's do it.
What's
Two
the
consort in this way. Based on what just happened, it's gonna be limited.
Okay.
Just because the Memish are still pretty defensive.
Okay. I am going to be in my recognizable medic garb and fine clothing.
Okay.
Does that help at all?
Yeah, sure. They'll notice obviously that you're a
You know what?
doctor and have.
I also have a fine bedside manner.
Okay.
And
Wait,
I'm
what?
treating patients right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah. So, do 2 fine things like
Two
your bedside
fine
manner
things.
and then
Well, and recognizable medical garb.
yeah. Okay. Well, so I'll bump that up. So it's gone from limited to it's a grade actually.
Okay.
Grade effects is
What's
where
the-
you're leading the action.
That's the DB.
Devil's Bargain. Devil's Bargain, what a duck. I've got a bunch of them so far. The Devil's Bargain for Doug. I've already said that there's a secure fleet in the region, right?
Yep.
to progress a clock by 2 if you want to take it. The Chanzak shows up to get Doc. Chanzak and Mary Man.
And there would still be 2 left?
Yes.
I think we're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it.
Okay.
The
for,
crits immediately.
for the heck.
Well, y'all pass.
No stress and a crit.
No stress in the crit.
Here we go.
Honestly,
And we all get experience.
I was kind of hoping for a crit because then I get to narratively do some fun stuff with the Memish.
They just see that your doctor's like, you guys help here.
It's a really good thing that you put on that coat and are using a fine bedside manner because the Memish are incredibly well receiving. So instead of coming up all standoffish, they come up to the facility, kind of storm in to make sure there's none of the Lost Legionnaires, and they kind of just chase. They finish the chasing of the Lost Legionnaires. You guys stay behind, mainly because Zodiac was a little bit injured, and so Zodiac had taken a little bit of cover with Outlaw, and the Doc is there seeing to so many injured people, right?
You saved them. Now the Memish have them.
Yeah, exactly. But
I was a military doc, that's the thing, right?
exactly.
You still treat the enemy, even if they're going to be executed.
So the Memis finish chasing off everybody else, and then show up with a security force that would, kind of take over the scene and make sure that, if there are people who are alive, which there are, because you've been saving quite a few people, that they're kind of quarantining them, or at least cordoning them off, so that they're not so that they're captive. But they come up to you guys. The leader of the Memish, we'll say his name is Zeb.
Zeb.
So Zeb, the leader of the Memish, attack force, comes up to you guys, and to the doctor especially, congratulating you for having the courage to treat both your own and your enemies. Mm-hmm. So he acknowledges that. That's something that we'll say that the Memish are very hunter-driven fish, cat mermaids or rabbit mermaids. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Rabbit mermaids.
Rabbit mermaids.
Yes.
But they have feet. They're not just wiggling around on the tail. So they acknowledge that you're the honor you must have to be able to do that, and they thank your group of warriors so much for helping them finalize that battle, because the Lost Legionnaires had shown up and they kept caught us completely off guard. It took out the first force that we had there in a matter of seconds. So many Memish were killed, and then they were able to sustain a fight with us and keep us at bay for so long.
I just want you to know that I'm now picturing this as I'm holding this rabbit mermaid in my arms and it's talking to us. And petting it.
They're small things.
Yeah.
It's just the.
Can you all honorable
Yes.
tiny little thing being said?
Yeah.
It's like the rabbit from Alice.
But
with a
twitching his nose all the time,
but with fish legs.
cutting it in your hands. Okay, no.
That's why it was such great effect. It's oh yeah.
That's the bedside manner.
Yeah.
So so it continues to essentially dote on you guys for having shown up and helped them break through the lines in such a fantastical way, and they're very appreciative of you guys coming to help them, and assume immediately that you're reinforcements sent by the hegemony, or we'll say the Imperial military, because that's the actual army branch, the head they're in charge of them. So we'll say that they assume that you were sent by the Imperial military, and we're there to help them, and
Don't say anything.
yeah,
They're assuming. So it's
they are assuming, and they say that it's excellent that you've shown up, and we'll take it from here, and we can take back our facility now, because that was.
I am going to be honest with them about who we are.
Okay, so then he kind of reels some information, but
Do you tell them about the?
The parasite? No. I
No,
don't
okay.
mention anything about that, but just that, we're, just we're the crew of the Cerberus blah, blah, blah. We're bounty hunters, but, you know, we came here for this leaf. Like, I was already telling them all
Okay,
that.
so you
yeah.
tell them that you're here to acquire some of this. Like,
Yeah, I don't tell them about Project Lazarus or any
No,
of that stuff.
or even that you're on the run. I'm assuming.
No.
No, okay. So just that you're bounty hunters and you're on your way here to get some of this, like this leaf. So because you said that and because of the crit, obviously, they again are so appreciative that you would even help because you're not even in the Imperial military, so you didn't even have to stop by and help them. You could have just taken what you wanted and left. So the Mimish do run these facilities. He explains, and like in a very proud and like boisterous way, is like, well, of course you came for our ivory leaf. Like we have some of the best ivory leaf. Like we have the only source of ivory leaf in any of the system. And he says that if you came here and were so willing to help us and so willing to sacrifice yourself for our fantastic product, then well, of course I can't let you leave without giving you a supply.
So it's just so happy.
Yeah, it's just incredibly. Oh yeah, Zodiac's just over there, just like giddy.
If you don't mind my asking, what happened to your previous business partners?
So they'll just tell you because you got the crit. It was a very good talky talk.
We're buds now.
Yeah, you guys are straight up. Well, apparently Doc is just like heading one of these, like the commander.
Yeah, I'm fucking straight.
So he'll actually let you know as well that so the Lost Legionnaire attacks their partner out of nowhere from what they detected through their scanners. The Lost Legionnaire wiped out, like completely destroyed the way station that they would deliver their products to, and then it brought their ships down to assault our facility and take our facility. They never explained, they never declared any intent, they never like talked to the Mimish whatsoever, but they immediately came and wiped out the Mimish that were running the facility when they showed up, and then began to defend the facility, and that's where the Mimish have been fighting them ever since.
Okay, well, I know this isn't your immediate concern. However, it will be eventually. So I figure, since this is an opportune time, considering I'm here, and I have connections to a business which would likely be interested in creating a relationship with you guys and perhaps taking over for your previous business partners by replacing, like building a new way station and distributing your leaves at probably a cheaper rate. And like I myself would be working with them to like ease this new business relationship, and would keep an eye on on the runnings.
Just gonna expand the Mon Posh shop even without asking.
So yeah, I feel like that's a roll to consort.
Okay.
Standard desperate.
Cool. Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain. Devil's bargain. The mom and pop shop is owned by another corporation that you do not know.
I'm going to assist by petting the bunny.
Hard.
By petting the bunny. Okay.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Hard
Okay.
pass.
The Mon Posh.
I'm assisting
Excellent. How?
by petting the bunny. And, you know, it feels like we're close to the end of the job, so you should use the last gambit.
Sure. Yeah. You're assisting me at 3 dice.
We're unlikely to use it on anything else, so just take it.
Oh yeah, it's a roll. So I might use the. Oh yeah, it's just a dice that can't be used for effect. Yeah.
Yeah, so just take the dice.
Yeah. So I have 2 consort plus this. Oh, and plus the gambit.
Dice. Just take the dice.
Wait for a crit.
What's in the box, John?
It's a 6.
What's a 6? So no desperate consequences, which is good because this kind of makes sense that you will continue in your good standing with the Memish, and they obviously this Memish leader who is the fattest and largest of all the Memish, who is obviously
The fluffiest coat.
the fluffiest coat of the Memish. Their fur is completely water resistant. They're hydrophobic or whatever it is. No, they will have fur. These ones have fur. completely hydrophobic, so it's like there's just a bubble of air around these things when
That's
they
how
go
they breathe.
like into the water.
Those rabbits with gills terrifying.
So this Memish will continue is like, of course, we can't not have our product out in the universe. It can't, like, it's an absolute tragedy that our partners were destroyed in this process, and I can't believe that the Legionnaires would have even thought to come here and do this to us. Of course, if you have an organization that would be willing to spread our amazing, beautiful herb around the systems, then we would be gladly be willing to create another partnership.
Absolutely.
So just a somewhat mechanical question here.
Yeah.
Is we are very close to leveling up with our ship, so it's likely to level up again.
Okay.
One of the things that you can do is, while you need to spend, you need to level up to increase the ship qualities. The upgrades can be purchased with cred at like whatever rate that the dude wants. So is it possible that if we use our level up when we do it to increase hull, that part of our payoff from this is that they help us expand to a cargo bay?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Like, while you're there, they have enough of a facility that they can help you do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just, as part of payoff, instead of them just giving us a bunch of money. So we have room to put all this leaf, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I will insist that we take a separate box for my mom and pop shop so that they are stocked, and
What?
as a way of introducing this new business relationship.
That sounds like they're giving us a bunch, right?
Yes, so I'm
Yeah.
just making sure
You're getting a +1.
that I am getting up like a spot just for them.
Yeah.
This is exciting news. I couldn't be more thrilled right now.
So I'm really hoping I don't need a whole crate for my purposes, because that means things have gone terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm so thankful right now. Like, it's been a pretty rough day. Like, a good friend of mine was killed today, and
Reversal of this red guy.
yeah. So me being in the state that I am now,
This fluffy bunny offers his condolences.
this fluffy bunny just like
Memish.
saved me in my eyes effectively, because not only was my friend killed, but my favorite long time relationship was in danger, to what I could tell, of closing down. That I will now be also soft for these, no pun intended,
Little fluffy bunnies.
these rabbits.
The Memish?
Yes, the Memish.
Yeah, that's fine.
And but yeah, I thank them profusely, and I will keep them in touch. I will get in contact with Ma and Pa as soon as possible,
Yeah.
and we'll organize the transition and everything.
We do payoff.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the end of the mission. You guys have
Yeah.
successfully retaken the.
After all this,
compound.
I want to approach the commander. It's like, I can teach you a weapon that scared these people very well, very easily. I want to teach them how to make and use a flamethrower.
So you want to roll to do that?
Sure. Like, you train.
Potential desperate consequences.
Are you gonna teach water people to use flamethrowers?
Yeah, Jack.
Like, first of all, they're technologically apt. Like, I'm sure they know how to produce fire.
They're like a detachment of the Imperial military.
I'll train them to use flamethrowers in a way that limits casualties,
You
but
didn't do that.
maximizes
What is a limited?
How do you
What
limit casualties and maximize
so,
terror?
The thing is,
Jesus
what is it
Christ.
you're looking to accomplish, though?
Yeah.
strengthen their defenses.
I'll say
I-
you've kind of done that already. Like, you
Maybe-
definitely
I guess,
helped
yeah.
them.
Maybe a project for downtime?
You can do that as a downtime.
sure.
I would recommend doing that as a downtime if you really do feel so inclined. Because right now, if there's desperate consequences, I'm for sure just going to make you kill a bunch of Memish.
Oh yeah, I'll just do it instead.
Yeah, like I would say, like, after this event,
Yeah.
they're going to inherently increase their defenses.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at. But I also like that I'm going to be able to ruin this entire relationship if
By
you fuck off.
setting a bunch of rabbits on fire.
Yeah. And then you'll have to
Alright.
resist that.
I know what to do with my downtime now.
Okay, cool. That's good then. So yeah, that's a success. You guys have successfully made some friends, some mermaid rabbit friends.
So let's go to payoff.
That's kind
That,
of.
All right,
that
payoff.
are the size of that.
So payoff for you guys. Like we said, as a part of it, the Memish are going to help you with your
The
hull.
cargo bay. Yeah.
Yeah, your cargo bay. But I'll say that you do actually get some cred.
Okay.
I'm still gonna say 6.
6.
6 cred.
Six
Standard-
cred. 6
standard.
cred in a cargo bay.
Yeah. Because
Cool.
they're
So,
so
one
good.
of us, each of us, get 1, and then 2 on the ship.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Show my cred stash. Just took a burn one.
We have
Ship level.
Amazon.
For heat first.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
People were killed.
there were a lot of people killed. So heat. You guys. I want to go loud and chaotic, but there wasn't a huge amount of exposure, so I'll go contain, standard exposure.
I will remind you that we did ask the media to come.
Yeah, okay, so that's, so 4 heat for loud and chaotic because the media was definitely there. It didn't come into a devil's bargain, but there was a setup where the media was there. +1 for high profile, well connected target. The Lost Legionnaires are pretty well connected. So, and then +2 for killing or massive property damage. So it's going to be 7 heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
-2.
-2.
No, we only get -2 on legitimate bounty hunting jobs.
Oh, never mind. I didn't know.
So,
It was attack.
so 7 heat in the Holt system.
Yeah. 7 heat in Holt.
Hey, at least after this, we're gonna go meet your sister.
So you guys are almost at
Not
1
like generating a whole whack of heat, then going to go see him. Heat, no pun intended.
We can also spend downtime actions to get rid of
reduce
heat.
it. Yeah.
We totally do that, but like doing exposure, just interviews.
Positive.
We just were so good at managing heat in the previous system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because they were
In
legit.
entanglement.
So okay, yeah, the entanglement. You guys are still on. Who's turns into roll entanglement?
You rolled.
I haven't rolled it yet. That's
Okay.
the 4th one. I think it was just like
Nick will roll entanglement. You guys are still at 1 and 0 though, so it should not be too bad. Just don't roll.
One
Just
dice.
one
Yeah,
dice.
one
Yeah.
dice.
roll 6.
Yeah.
6.
Okay,
Roll
roll
again.
again.
I'll get another 6.
5.
5.
Again, reprisals. So that was, if I remember,
That's the one where we have to.
Yeah.
If one of our contacts is menaced, and we have to pay off whoever's menacing them. Or
Oh no.
exactly. An enemy faction moves against you or yours. Pay them 1 cred per tier. Allow them to mess with you or fight back. So who is going to be coming after you guys?
So which friend are we gonna?
I think the most appropriate thing here would be that the Imperial military causes trouble for Miss Stacey Withers.
Yeah.
That would make sense. It's the only one I can really think of because Stacey Weathers was called, and you guys have clearly not gone straight to the meetup with
Yeah.
We're
Deetha.
on the way. It's sort of. Let's just took a detour.
I feel like Deetha's probably not gonna
Probably not.
listen to that one excuse.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
What tier are they again?
the Imperial military.
5.
So it'd be 5 credit to pay them all.
I think-
do it.
I think we just gotta let them mess with her, unfortunately, and maybe that'll be part of our mission.
Is only one person able to pay them?
No, we could pay them off as a group, but that.
But it's
I
still
don't-
a lot.
all but one of our money.
We'll just bake it into our mission next time.
Yeah.
Yes. So you could fight back.
Yeah, well, that would be, I think, part of our mission
Yeah.
next time, maybe.
Yes.
Remember.
But yes, because you resolved the reprisal last time before downtime.
Because we paid it off. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So yeah.
Remember
Right.
Zodiac, she loves you.
Ship upgrade.
Shit. Well, experience, yes.
Yeah.
So, cool. So you executed a successful extraction operation or capture bounty. We did extract this product.
Yeah, that's true. That's one.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
That's another one.
Just one.
Two, actually, because it's the Imperial military essentially that you're going against.
Bolstered your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Our
Do you
current
want to
one,
develop a new one?
Well,
Because I could definitely
see, I see that I can kind of make an argument for both.
Okay.
Because professional in that the four of us going in hit hard and made an enormous impact on in this situation real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows that we're professional. But I could also make an argument that we're developing brutal because
Despite your best efforts.
Yeah.
What are the other ones? Is there a list of them on the ship?
Yes, though you can come up with your own too.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's only
Characters.
not the only. But
So I could see if you guys want to develop a new one, I think there's some room here.
So the example ones are ambitious, brutal, daring, honorable, professional, savvy, subtle, or strange.
So it's either brutal or professional.
Well, and it can be both, right? You can have more than one reputation.
Yeah.
It depends. If you guys wanted to develop a new one.
I'm up for it.
We could.
I mean, I'm not going to use the
our,
flamethrower all the time. It's mainly against criminals.
our crew gets brutal when I guess when shit hits the fan, we really
I mean,
have to go.
I'm fine with just wrapping it into professional, and then
Yeah.
if we continue to act that
Yeah,
way,
I
maybe.
guess.
Like
For
one
now.
moment won't.
Well, so professional, I can definitely give you guys points for because of the way you handled yourself. Again, like you said, made a huge impact and took these guys, the last agents out, and they're criminals, so you guys were, acting on behalf of the law.
And certainly not everything we did was brutal, and the fact that I was healing dudes is not
Exactly. You're
super
taking
brutal.
care of the criminals,
We all
health-wise.
have flamethrowers.
We didn't-
And you put together what might end up turning into a pretty solid business enterprise, and definitely dealt with the Memish really well.
Maybe if we shot down their ship, then it would have been brutal.
Oh,
100%.
But-
But you guys, I'll give you 2 for professional.
Cool.
I
Express.
would like this with all muscle and just be this crazy.
Or
like
muscle.
Expendables.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I'm just gonna write this 2 down here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that is 7. We needed 4 to level up, so we will have 3 remaining, and so we will use that to improve our hull.
Every session we get a 2 on that, not even don't have to think about it.
And then we're getting a cargo bay.
Yeah.
I should take a look at the message now. It's involving my background.
Yeah. I should probably send you one more about what I actually did in the military.
Sure.
Given that our hull quality is also now 2, our ship is a little beefy. It's got physical armor plates, which doesn't do anything mechanically other than we have more health on the ship.
Cool. Yeah, it just gives you more
Yeah,
notches
'cause
to choose from.
there's shields that work like our personal armor, right? But we don't have shields yet.
We get some more stash, right?
We each get 2 stash.
How's the chair look now?
Yeah. How beautiful is your chair?
Ordained gold.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Real leather this time.
It's got armrests.
Rabbit leather.
No, I'm soft for rabbit now.
Well, the other.
Yours we saw for every being we come by that's not a human. at
there's
this
not-
point.
It's simply just because I was in a very vulnerable state, and they single-handedly were like.
There's other kinds of rabbits.
That's a big message.
Told you.
Yeah, he was
Give me a
looking for a
second.
long.
I'll read that after when
Alright.
we're done.
Cool. And for the dock,
For the dock,
address a tough challenge with insight or compassion.
Yeah.
100%. Compassion. Yes.
So, 2.
2 actually. So I'll give you insight because the compassion when you were obviously healing the people you guys were shooting, as you guys were shooting them, and also insight for everything that went down in the downtime for sure. Because being able to, it's come to light that you were part of the military, Black Ops that was dedicated on developing the stuff, and how you handled the removal.
And the
of
insight of finding out that I was.
Yeah. Well,
Parasite.
even just how it was all handled. Yeah,
Cool.
with the parasite.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
2.
Yeah.
A
That's
lot of that. Yeah.
a lot of that.
Struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Ooh, you did actually.
The vice.
Vice, I meddled with his box.
Yeah, you uncovered Grom.
Grom.
Yeah.
Trauma, you dropped everything to go help as many people as you could with fire.
I did.
Yeah, and even narratively, like
Playing
with
is the fun.
like all the destruction, everything happening, it was like there was some flashbacks and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll give you 2.
Cool.
Should be great. Alright. Just a tough challenge with force threats.
Yeah,
There was some force.
there was a decent amount of force. Holy shit! I don't
You
know.
restrained Tim physically. You you killed Echo Victor 297.
No, I did not.
Well, you blew up. the
Well,
body.
you blew up the body. You shot something with a heavy blaster, and then you flamethrowed all these jokers.
That chopped some people up too.
He killed the toaster.
Yeah, shit, you did say that. You killed the brain of a toaster. 2.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Mostly I did some like little bit of hinting at like with what he found in my room and more of
Yeah, there's some background stuff there for especially where you're kind of hinting at something that could go down with your children's trophy or your participation medal. Or whatever it is. It's not actually participation medal, but the burnt and broken piece that is hung up with your dishonorable discharge. And then, did you go through anything else for beliefs or drives or anything like that?
well, there's mostly some of the stuff where I did the whole mocking salute thing after his sister was.
And even that's still more background. Like,
Yeah.
Beliefs and drives is like what makes you do stuff, right?
Really, not yet. No, just one I think.
I'll go 1. Yeah, I'll give you 1.
And then struggled with issues with vice and traumas. The entire downtown was driven by the fact that I was paranoid. They were gonna see that I meddled with Echo.
Yeah.
Nothing for vice.
No, your vice didn't really struggle with all too much. It could have, like, there was probably some room to struggle maybe if there was more like talking with Chenzek, and definitely next time I would narrate more how paranoid you are. But I get that you had that paranoia. So I'll do 1.
Yeah. So that was me 4.
4, yeah.
All right.
I will throw all of that into playbook.
Yeah, I threw all of mine in playbook, which I leveled up. So I only need 1 more in playbook to level up,
Yeah.
and I put the rest in. So I have 5 more in that. And I took combat medic, or I can expend my special armor, which is like a little checkbox thing that you can do to resist any consequence while tending to a patient. That's a like once per mission thing.
Okay.
And when you doctor someone in combat, clear 1 stress.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'm
What-
taking scary.
Scary. Okay. That's the one where you can be, where you
I
have
gain
potency when
potency
you do something that's
when I
like.
intimidate someone, and
Yeah.
then if I do it immediately after a show of force, I get an extra dice.
Okay, cool. What's up? What's Outlaw doing?
All right. So you addressed a tough challenge with charm or audacity.
Charm and audacity, I think, kind of. Going after Zodiac is a little bit audacious, especially when there's a whole bunch of gunfire going off. And then charm, I'll say that charm was like what you could have been using essentially when you were talking to the members at the end there, when you got
Yeah.
When you were saying how much you
Flattering.
love them.
100%.
Flattering.
Yeah,
Flattering
flattering.
them up.
So I'll give you 2.
All right. Then you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Did you talk about your background much?
No, I didn't talk about my background much.
No.
These are being
I was
crazy,
mostly-
and possessed.
I was
I
mostly
kinda-
unconscious.
Yeah.
That's traumas though.
Yeah, so that you're gonna get shit for trauma for sure. But yeah, I suppose it wasn't a whole lot of opportunity to narrate a lot for the drives in the background. Nothing that was narrated that was like why you did stuff, like even in the downtime, like why you were.
No, that was
That-
more.
that's
That
right.
was more for my
Trauma.
Trauma.
Okay, so I'll go 0 then on that one.
Yeah.
But then 2 for your vice and trauma.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't struggle with your vice so much, but your trauma was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even both traumas were.
Yeah, exactly.
I have 2
Yeah, you have 2
traumas.
traumas. That's right. You might not want to get a third one.
Yeah,
Same?
he really like because sometimes you can't avoid it. So like, yeah, you don't want to keep getting.
I know the 4th you just die.
Yeah, you just die of it. But so what do you have? You have obsessed and
And host.
host. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
Like host PTSD, basically.
I'm sure if
Yeah.
you get your little buddy back, he can totally keep you alive for one more trauma.
Also, your physiology has changed. You took that as a double bargain.
Yeah.
No, I'll give you 2 for that. So you get 4.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'll put that on my playbook. Which
I really
levels
don't
me
want
up.
to set my.
And then I'm going to get
fire.
Never Tell Me the Odds, which is I generate gambits on desperate rolls.
Sweet.
And I may also generate gambits even if I've spent a gambit.
Ooh.
Nice. That's actually super handy.
That's hot.
It's
You
super.
just farm gambits and then you can use the shit.
That's on what rolls?
Desperate.
Any desperate. So like, if I were to host a command,
If you
do
roll a
that,
6.
Yeah, if I roll any 6s I roll during desperates, I just
hot
gain
damn, the command with
Yeah.
that is silliness.
And then if he
To
uses
be
a
clear
gambit-
though, he has to be the one who rolls the 6s for his ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even still.
It's still good.
I definitely would have taken that first if I knew how good that was.
Man, gambits are wicked. Like being able to farm
It's
gambits is unreal.
super powerful. There's an upgrade on the ship that next time we leveled up we could take. It gives us +1 gambit at the start of missions. So we get 3.
There was, I think, at our like the previous campaign, we did.
The smuggler ship starts with 2, whereas the unhinged ship only starts with 1.
Okay.
So we had 2, and then our scoundrel gave us 1. So we started every mission with 3. That was
It was
crazy.
bonkers.
I give another gambit for just existence.
Just for right now, yeah.
Which is why we start with
That's the only
2.
way you start with 2. Cool. All right, let's do XP for L Zodiac.
Just a tough challenge with speed or flair.
I'll say yes. Yeah. 100%. The narrative they made a lot of it. What you were doing, like fast. Or, like,
You made a combat landing.
flashy. Yes. And then you were like parkouring your
Ran
way
to
around
rocks.
the battle.
So,
2. Sorry. Yeah.
express your beliefs, drives, heritage, background.
2. Beliefs and drives, obviously. You were incredibly distraught at the beginning. And then drives, which, I mean, was a little bit about your
That's another reason why I was like, read that, because that's absurd amount of background.
I'll take it. It's a lot. I'll read the. I'll read it.
While true, it only matters if it's a.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah, so I have to. I'll read it, but then the more we bring it out in the narrative, that's when you get to the stuff for it. So that was 2, and then so what was the?
Struggle with issues with your vice or traumas.
He was despondent at the loss of.
Yes, soft.
And then lost his cigarettes.
He's now added rabbits to soft.
Yes, so rabbit people and robots. Which people will not understand the rabbit part because everyone's terrified of rabbits, but whatever. Yeah, I can give you 2 for that.
Cool beans. Alright.
Do you want a playbook or what are you doing?
Could level up playbook right now.
Like you're just circling the arrow instead of going in the arrow when you choose your playbook?
Hey, why are you doing this?
Some weird.
It's just that my other abilities are OP.
What's wrong?
It's all good. You go whatever you want.
For sure. You can just make a note that you have the experience.
Can
Well,
you bank them?
Not really.
I was like, what?
But we can come back to the beginning of the next session if you think about what you want, and then you can just throw it in there before we start anything.
Alright, well, I'll put 4. And playbook, 1 in insight, which will level me up, and level and 1 in prowess.
Wicked. What are you getting inside?
Rig.
Cool.
Makes sense. All right, I think
Awesome.
we're good.
That sums everything up. Session 4.